Now, back in the day before AI, our traditional workflow as a UX designer would consist of having multiple static Figma frames in a Figma file and eventually connecting a button to the other page, connecting the logo to the other page, and we'll end up getting these nice spaghetti models, as we used to call them. And we'd spend so much time trying to connect everything to get it just right so that next time we had to present our designs to stakeholders, our static Figma files or Figma frames would look as interactive as possible. They would essentially be a prototype. But in my opinion, this is not enough today. Design teams and stakeholders are expecting much more than just this, because essentially even non-designers can go to Lovable or something like that and come up with a whole app. But as we all know, especially as designers, if you just start off designing with a prompt, you're probably going to get some AI slop looking like this. So the best case scenario is to actually bring in your design from Figma and then actually use AI to continue designing and to actually make an interactive prototype, essentially turning your design into code. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you just that. And by the way, guys, before we get started with today's video, I'd love to invite you guys to my Discord community. It's called the Creator Network, and we're a bunch of different startup founders, designers, developers from all around the world. And we get together every single weekday to talk about different tools, different topics, different challenges. So if you guys are interested in joining and talking with us, feel free to join the link down in the description below. And it all starts in Figma. And today we can assume that we are part of the Uber Eats design team, and we have a bunch of frames here inside of Figma. And we have like this home screen page. We have this, initial flow where you can sign up with your phone and then you get a 4-digit PIN and so on and so forth. And we have all of these different pages with all of these different types of components. We have buttons, we have like this text space over here. We have these components that allow the users to add stuff to their meal. We have these selector components. We have this toggle. So there's a lot of things that we can kind of use to create a new flow inside of Figma, but we just have to the original flow would be to just start pulling things apart and then bringing things together inside of Figma. But what if we could just easily say, hey, let's combine this and create this type of flow without having to do all of that manual work? So what I would do is I would just grab a few examples. So let's say we can grab this one and we can grab this one and we can go one by one. And when you're in the Figma app, Command L. So you copy the frame link. If you're in Figma Web, just Command L and Command C. And then inside of Magic Path, you're going to open a new project. And then you can just click anywhere and paste. And by the way, before you do this, make sure that up here you're connected to your Figma account. And when you get something from Figma into Magic Path, you're going to get something like this. And it looks a lot like the one in Figma, pretty much 99% there. There might be a few things, typically with typography and with layouts. It always works best when you use auto layout, for example. Now, for example, I can see with this starter file, it uses groups here and there. So this might not be the best example, but still it gets the design, it understands the design and can build something solid based on it. And what's really cool here is that I can start selecting this design and I can start creating variants if I wanted to. So maybe we want to create a different type of structure of this design. We can go ahead and click on create variants, and then we can go and choose one of these pills, for example, different layouts, experiment with different layouts. We can choose 3, for example, click on submit. And as you can start seeing, we start getting different types of layouts for this home page. One that's a little bit more picturesque, one that has a little bit more of a focus on the categories, and one that has a little bit more of a map focus. And you can go on and on discovering different types of layouts, styles, colors based on one of these frames. And I think the beauty of all of this is creating flows, because flows in Magic Path are essentially components that are created based on the context of another component. So let's say we want to create a login flow based on this component. That means that the buttons and the radio buttons and the text and the toggles and all of that are going to be based off of this specific design. So I can say something like create a multi-step review page for users to add reviews to their order and delivery driver. So I can click on submit, and right now, automatically we get this new component being generated, and boom, in just a few seconds, maybe a minute or two, we get 3 different flows. So the first flow that I showed you before, which is basically this review system, you can rate a driver. Let's tell them that there were 3 stars. They were, what went well. He was polite, but he was a bit too slow. And then I can click on continue. And then we have our other things. So we have the pizza, that was okay. Soda was great. Side of ranching dressing won because we didn't really get it. And then we can submit the review and we have an interactive flow right here just with one prompt. But that one prompt is not just one prompt. It is a flow from Magic Path, and it basically understands that Figma design that you imported. Now, the next use case over here is the cancel membership. And as you can see, I put them side by side, and you can tell that there's a consistency in terms of spacing, layout, colors, fonts. So cancel membership, why? Too expensive. I can pause the cancellation or I can continue to cancel. Now we have this one box over here, which kind of simulates this one, but instead of green, it's more of this error color. So keep membership, cancel membership, or keep, and then keep, I can just pause the subscription. And for the final use case, starting a group order, I can split the cost of a delivery with a friend. I can then click on start group order, and then I have the pizza, US dollar $21. I can choose the different sauces if I wanted to. I can choose all of this information if I wanted to. And if, for example, you don't like this specific design, you can always create a variant like this, where I have my group dashboard, I have invite friends, I have a coupon code, I can see my different members, how to split the bill proportionally or equally, and then continue to check out and so on and so forth. Now, last but not least, let's say that you have a Figma design, it's a landing page that you designed or that your team designed, and you want to create different flows. You're probably building out like an internal tool or something, and you want to create that design based on that landing page design. Again, you can just select this, Command L, and then you can use the same file inside of Magic Path and then paste that down here. Now, this is another workflow that I really love from Magic Path, is that you can select this, and then up here you can click on this preview button, which opens up a new tab. And as you can see, this is now my website, and I can click on responsive and make it responsive. And I can get this URL, copy this, and go into Magic Path, go into themes, and click on import from web, and paste in this URL. And basically what it did was it gave me a design theme from that URL. So I have all of the colors, the typography, the effects, the rules that I can add. And what this does is that I can go ahead and click on any new component over here, and I can just select that new theme, and I could type in some type of prompt of what we're trying to build. Let's say that we're trying to build out the actual product of this, which is money transfers made simple. So a mobile app screen that shows an interface for a banking app that allows users to track expenses and set up money transfers. We select this theme, and I would even go ahead and select Gemini 3 Pro because right now, today, February, this is like the best model. And we click on submit. And as you can see, we get just that. We get our little app to look or to, what does it say? Track expenses and set up money transfers. So send, request, scan. We have our total balance over here. We have our nav bar down here with insights, financial insights, ability to transfer money to specific contacts. We even have a profile page. And I also did this exact same thing for another file that I have. So landing page, app, homepage over here. And I even have this Apple Watch interface as well, which looks pretty cool. So I can click on send, for example, and I can send money. I can choose the amount and so on and so forth. So yeah, guys, it's the future of prototyping. The future of prototyping is here. People don't expect static interfaces anymore. They really expect something like this where they can open it in their browser and play around. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And like always, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you next time. Goodbye.